Howdy, Retro Friends! Today we're going to be doing an unboxing. Look what I got! It's a VIC-20! Stay tuned! Alright, today we're going to do some unboxings. This one comes from the future was 8bit.com in the UK. I'm pretty sure it's something for the VIC-20 build that I'm working on. So let's just get that open. This is a Kinko's opener. Remember Kinko's? I haven't seen one of those in a while. Alright. So this is a multiple unboxing because we're going to look into some packages that I got today. It said this was a kit, but I don't think it is a kit. But maybe it is a kit, and if it's a kit, we're going to do the kit together. So that'll be fun. Let's see what this says. Okay, lots of instructions on how to build the thingamajig. Oh, it's this thing. It's a SD card reader that looks like a Commodore drive, and it says it does work with the VIC-20. Let's see what we've got in here. Because I don't believe I have to build anything. I think it's already built. The penultimate cartridge. All right, this is a cartridge for the VIC that does a lot. Basically, a bunch of ROMs. And what else? So wait a minute. So I didn't actually get the adapter, or is this it? Oh, this is it. Oh, it's very cute. Let's look at it. Get this thing open. Attention. Oh, very cute. Pardon me. You see there, it does look like a tiny drive. The sticker is not as cool as I thought, but it looked good in the photos. And it has these cool low-profile buttons. I think they light up as well. And then it plugs into this classic connector, which appears not to be 3D printed, so someone actually had this fabricated. Pretty cool. One of the pins is a little loose, but neat. I'll get that onto the VIC very soon. Let's take a look at what else we've got. Some of these are easy open, but a lot of the times they aren't. Although that's... oh, here's the tool. This thing's breaking. Glue that. Alright. Okay. Oh, it's tough. Alright. Kind of boring, but this is a mounting plate to mount a 3.5-inch drive in a 5 1/4. This is for the Monorail 7400 project that's coming along. That'll be another video as well, where we take you through that. But this will be useful for mounting a drive where a CD-ROM is now, and that black coating will go perfectly with the already existing black case. So we'll get to that. Let's see what we have here. The mystery unboxing. There's 2 more packages over there, and then I'll grab the VIC. Alright. Oh, make sure to remove my address from that one. Alright. This is maybe not related to the VIC. I think I know what this is now. This is actually a saw that I'm going to be using, and there's the blades for it. Supposedly 144, but I don't believe that. They look to be about... well, there are maybe. Anyway, this is it's called sometimes a scroll saw. It's sometimes called a jigsaw, but what it really is a kind of like a C-clamp looking thing. Get out of its internal packaging. So this was actually only $12. Ooh, it seems to be oiled or something. Sometimes when I get this stuff from Hong Kong or whatever, I'll open the bag and it smells exactly like gasoline. So this is one of those times where I think they oiled this for some reason. And I don't always trust the kind of oil that they use. I mean, they might be recycling it from a vat of, you know, petroleum toxic waste. Anyway, this is the saw, and these are the blades. You put the blades in the saw, and then you can saw things. I'm doing a breakdown, teardown, breakup, remod, revamp, rethink of a multiple BNC connector video analog repeater thingy, and I need to cut a piece of the circuit board. So I was going to get a table mount scroll saw, but why spend a couple $100 when this was only $12? So this should be enough to just saw right through. I was going to use the Dremel, but I have only modest luck with the Dremel, and this is a an alternative that'll hopefully just cut through the PCB, which is all I need to do with that. Let's grab the next box. And it just has this cool fragile stamp, which is kind of neat. I think you can see that. And this is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, so it's not that exotic of a source, but I digress. I like the box on this one. Might keep it and mail something else in it, or put some parts in it, or use it as a project box. You can do that with a little cardboard box like this. So we're going to carefully remove the tape. It is tearing it, but whatever. Good enough. Oh, alright, well. That. Okay, let's open her up. What do we have here? Okay, this is a RS-232 based. Yeah, RS-232 based serial. Oh, it also has a PS2 connector on it. CF card reader. It actually might. Just says smart card reader. But you know what? It doesn't look like it fits CF cards. Don't know what this is for yet. Oh crap. It's a freaking smart card reader. You know, like an RF signal card? That's stupid. I don't know why. I guess you can store small amounts of data on those cards, but not very much. So, whatever. Alright, so that did not work out as planned. I should have done... That's so stupid. Alright, what else we got? The VIC-20 unboxing. Now, obviously, it's not new old stock. This is used. And rightly so. But at least it came with the original box, which is pretty cool. Though I don't really care about the box that much, I'll keep it around because they don't make them anymore. Inside we've got the friendly computer guide, which I've already actually read. I did open this up before we did the unboxing video, but it basically tells you a lot about BASIC and some keyboard tricks. And it's kind of funnily written. If funnily is a word. It's a little awkwardly written. A few words about poke. So poke is a command for BASIC, and it's just funny because it says this. We want to repeat what we told you way back in Chapter 1. There is no way you can hurt the computer by typing on the keyboard. Not even with poke. But you can cause the VIC to just go away someplace and sulk, cutting you off from any contact. For example, if you're ready to end this session anyway, try typing poke 788,0. And, yeah. It's been insulted, it says. The crash is serious. You may have to turn it off and turn it on again. It's just funny. So, it tells you about how to talk to your VIC, and it talks a little bit about how to make sounds and play with the color. And here are some other things. We've got the brochure, which of course you've already bought the thing, so it's strange to get a brochure for something you've already bought, but there it is. Alright, in addition to that, the programmer reference guide, which is pretty cool. Warranty card, unfilled out. A price list of stuff for the VIC. The VIC graphic printer, an economical dot matrix printer that makes paper copies of BASIC programs, so you can put them in your personal BASIC library. Anyway, there's that stuff. Useful information, I guess. And then a very, very thick and lengthy reference manual. Oh, how to write machine language programs. Interesting. Ooh, the VIC-MON cartridge. Some of the stuff I probably couldn't find, or it would be like hundreds of dollars. Anyway, that's the VIC. Let's take a look at the actual computer, which I feel is in pretty good shape. So putting this stuff gently aside, let's get in there. Well, it looks like there's this box in the front that contains probably the AC adapter. Let's get that out of there. Crazy. And now the VIC itself. Wow. Very clean model. Worth the extra dollars that I paid for it. Was still under $100. Sadly, I see that this particular model may be a later model, or I don't even know. What do I know about the VIC at this point? But I picked it because it had these cool keys, which were a different color. And also, this particular model is extremely clean. Everything about it is just very clean. There is a little divot here. It's hard to see. But it's made out of plastic, so I don't understand how that even happened. I mean, it's not like it's metal or something. How did it end up with a ding like that? Anyway, I've been assured that this works, so we'll have a demo video coming up on the VIC-20. I'm sure there's a lot of VIC-20 videos out there if you really need to see one right now. But I'm also going to try out some other stuff for this. Inspired by the current movement, we've got the VIC-MIDI adapter, so I'm looking forward to that. I also have the penultimate cart, and all sorts of fun will ensue from that eventually. So I'm going to make some music, and signing off.